Welcome to Meet the Missouri Horse Professional. I'm your host, Jennifer Hurt of JRs Equine Spa Retreat, and I'm interviewing Missouri horse professionals in your area. So come join me in meeting this week's talented Missouri horse professional. And hello, everyone. Oh! Oh my God! I have got to use that as a blooper. That is so funny. It's not real. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Missouri Horse Professional. I'm your host, Jennifer Hurt, and we are here on location at JRs Equine Performance and Wellness. Today, I have Crystal Sibbles of CRS Therapies and her horse Bailey, who just a minute ago ate the plastic plant. So
She did try.
Watch that blooper at the end of the video. So anyway, Crystal, I want to thank you for agreeing to do this interview today. You guys, we scheduled this early in the morning so it wouldn't be hot, and we are like sweating like pigs because the humidity is just so high right
It's
now.
terrible. It's terrible.
Crazy. But anyway, I'm so glad that you're toughening it out and being able to share your professional talents with us today.
Absolutely.
So go ahead and tell us a little bit, and everybody else, what you do.
So I started my Magnum Wave earlier this year. My horse, I was getting her done at shows, and she was benefiting really great from it.
Excellent.
From last year, and so I decided to take the splurge and do it myself and offer it. And
Yeah.
I have seen great benefits just out of our dogs, out of myself. My
That is
father-in-law
awesome.
has a bad knee, and I've been doing it on his knee, and it has helped him out a whole bunch. I mean, it
Yeah.
has done. It's a great
Therapy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a great therapy.
And that's just it, is a lot of the therapies that we've had tinkered in,
Mhm.
and we offer more of the service. People come here and do their own horses.
Right,
We don't
absolutely.
go to the show. So it's great
Right.
that there's people like you that
Yes.
can go to the shows and meet people
Yes.
there. And all the therapies do benefit, you know. So if you guys haven't tried some of these therapies like Magnum Wave, I really encourage you to definitely give it a try at least once.
Yep,
and stuff.
absolutely.
So-
And usually at the shows I attend, I show a QHA level, mostly state. I have gone to a few more like regional ones. So most usually I'm at Carthage. A couple times a year I've been at like St. Louis showing.
Wow. Great.
So I did that the first time this year. That was kind of on my bucket list and had a really good show. So
Excellent.
we'll be going back. But I offer it at the shows, and it just relaxes the horses, and they just have such a better performance for you, for them. I mean, it's a great thing.
And that's why I think that's why I wanted to interview you, is because you do show, and so a lot of people are going to relate to that because they're there with, you know, as a body worker, these therapies are expensive, you guys. The equipment's expensive, so we've got to pay them off and get that business. But I think with you coming in with a show background, it'll make people feel comfortable because you can be like, this is how my horse was showing. This is what I did. This is how she's showing now. You know, I can't guarantee with your horse, but
Right.
this is what we can do. So I think that matters to people.
Yeah, it does. One of the trainers that I've been riding with, I take it and use it on some of his horses that he has in training and
Excellent.
everything. And I mean, you can just tell by the way some of these pleasure horses move, halter horses
Yes.
move, everything, that they're just really tight in their shoulders because
Yes.
that's where most of their weight is at and everything.
Yep.
And I mean, just doing a 15-20 minute session on their shoulders is just a huge benefit.
And I agree with that. And especially with these horses that are in training, they're learning new moves, so they're having to learn how to handle their body parts differently.
Yes,
and so
absolutely.
it strains it. You know, their body parts aren't used to that. And until it's conditioned after so long. So that is great that these therapies can help with that. And, you know, I go to, personally, I do use these therapies. I mean, you'll see me sitting on the TheraPlate and different things. And I've got not a Magnum Wave, but I've got the PMF and the response system blanket. And I've been known to lay that thing on the floor and lay right on top of it.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
you know, it is great for people as well. And now let me ask you that. So at these shows, do you do people as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
A lot of people, their back will be hurting,
Yes.
or they'll pull
Especially
muscle
if
in
they're
their leg. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pull muscle in their leg, and absolutely. Yeah, they'll come to me and be like, hey, can you do like a 10, 15-minute session on me? And I'm like,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, just sit down.
And the horses appreciate that.
Yes, yes. Our horses appreciate it. They appreciate it.
Because
It helps
the
everybody out.
rider will affect the horse,
Yep.
and so that is awesome. I'm watching her to see if she goes for the plastic. Out of the corner of my eye, it looks like she is, but she's being good.
Yeah.
She's being good. So now I also see that you have done banding. She's not banded up today, but you guys, I'll throw a couple pictures in this interview. So you do that at shows
Yep,
as well?
absolutely.
I think you do a beautiful job on
Thank you.
that. Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm really impressed with that. And actually, you know, when we started doing these interviews, I needed people, just professionals, you know, in the background. And one of our boarders was like, you got to call Crystal. You know, because you do present your horses so nice at shows.
Thank you.
And so you guys, her banding is really nice. If you want a very nice, clean, professional look, it's really nice. And that's important.
Yes, absolutely. I do showmanship, and she's a showmanship machine.
Boy, she looks like it.
I love showmanship. I didn't until I got her, and she's just been. It's a really good. She's a good dance partner, I guess.
Oh,
the way you
that
can
is a
put
good
it.
way to say that. Yeah.
But you have to present your horses like
Yeah.
amazing in that class. They have to be groomed to perfection. They have to look
Yeah.
like $1 million.
Yeah.
So I mean, banding and grooming is top priority for me.
Yeah,
So.
definitely. Well, it definitely shows.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your industry. Have you grown up with horses? Have you shown when you were young?
Mhm.
Oh, really?
So I started showing about 9 years old.
Wow.
My grandparents and my uncle, actually my uncle more or less got me into it, and until probably her, we had bred and raised all my show horses.
Nice. Wow. So is she one you bred?
Mhm.
Or,
No,
oh,
I
okay,
bought.
gotcha. I bought you.
So
Wow.
I bought her in 2017, 2018.
Really?
Yep. And I knew whenever I went and looked at her that she was coming home with me. So I
Those are the best kinds.
I just knew. She just had that look about her.
You know, she keeps keeping her nose by the MagnaWave box there. I'm thinking she's saying she wants a treatment.
Yep.
Do you want to give us a little demo
Sure,
right
absolutely,
now? Okay, very
absolutely.
good. Very good. So we're going to go ahead and watch Crystal give Bailey a MagnaWave treatment.
So I was really kind of hoping she would be a little sore in her shoulders, and thankfully, it's a good thing she's not. But
For demo purposes.
yes, for demo purposes. A lot of times, I don't have my machine turned up all the way. I usually use it on about a 5 or so, just most usually for basically everything. But most usually, if there's some muscles or anything that's really tight, you can see them twitching. They will twitch.
I'm just going to move the mic a little closer, guys, just so you can make sure you're hearing her.
But I will do her shoulders, her neck, and usually a typical session for a horse for their body
Making and chewing, guys.
is usually about 30, 35 minutes. Everything that I have read and all of the information that I have studied, basically if you go over that, you're not doing any good for them. So it's a very good machine, great therapy. There's different points. MagnaWave has a really good education program, and that's mainly why I chose them to go through classes. I'm certified small animals, humans, horses, and mainly small animals, I mean by dogs.
And you know, I'm really happy that you pointed out that you don't really go past like the 30 minutes, 35 minutes, whatever. Because some people think, I've got this therapy, more is better.
No.
And it's not, guys, you know.
They preached in the videos and on all the education that you got to start low and go slow.
Yes.
So that is just what I remember, knowing that she is used to it. So I started her at 35 minutes. Now if I do her legs, I have a hoof box that if they've got abscesses, anything like that, you can stand them on the hoof box and it goes up through their hoof, even with a shoe on and everything, and penetrates that hoof and their leg and everything. But usually if you do a full body, it goes down through their legs, everything. So you don't have to do their legs and their feet and everything. So that's a great benefit. I think if I remember correctly, it penetrates like 15 to 17 inches whenever you're doing
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
And one big thing that they preached whenever I was doing the treatment is you always have to be forced to pull.
Yes. Pull to me is the number one tension in the body.
Yep.
Is in the pull.
Yep. And it's just huge. I mean, and you can tell whenever the horse has had it done and not done, and she will just absolutely she loves her MagnaWave therapy. Like she will just literally stand here and go to sleep with it and look at you and everything. Like she loves her
I'm going to
MagnaWave
make her take a
therapy.
step back Just so we're in frame, guys.
She
There we
loves
go.
her microwave therapy. So, and currently I don't take any haul-ins to the house or anything like that. I do farm calls. I've gone up to Tom Williams show horses up in Adrian and done his horses. Mainly I try to focus at the shows because that's whenever the horse is more stressed out.
That's exactly right.
Trying to perform their best
Yeah.
and just they're in those smaller stalls and we're
Yeah.
asking so much of them. I mean, it's just a huge
Adjustment.
huge adjustment.
Yeah.
Huge adjustment and being trailered there and everything
Being
like that.
trailered is right there a big reason why they should get a treatment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys, I don't know if you guys caught, I had, actually I think it was in between an interview that I had done a couple weeks ago, and I had explained that I had seen somewhere where like a 30-minute trailer ride was equivalent to a 2-hour workout for a horse.
Yes.
So it is really tough on their
Yeah,
body.
it is. It's so tough. I have a friend that lives up in Kansas City, Kim Pemberton, and she sells the folding stall mats that like weigh like 15 pounds whenever you fold them all up and everything.
Oh, wow.
They're the AH Performance, I believe, if I remember off the
Okay.
top of my head. They're like $300 for one.
Uh-huh.
I've got one in the floor of the trailer for her to stand on, and it has made a huge difference.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
What is that product?
It's AH
AH
Performance Mat.
Performance Mats. You hear that, everybody? AH Performance Mats. I'm going to have to look into that. That's interesting.
I've got one, well, I've got a couple that I take and rotate out of their stalls and stuff. A lot of the stalls that we use at these facilities are on concrete and stuff,
Yes.
and I mean, that's hard on them.
That's very hard, guys. I know how it is. Me walking just across concrete, maybe 15 minutes, and I can feel it, especially with boots.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, I mean, I've seen horses slip getting up. I mean, it's just,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
scary, especially with them having shoes on and stuff like that. It's just scary.
That's true.
So, I mean, and I can give you the link for her stuff too.
That would be great.
But
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
would love
they're
that.
huge. They're a good saver for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, you guys, this is why we do Meet the Missouri Horse Professional.
Yep.
I just learned something new
Yep.
just by talking to Crystal, so that is great. That's how we learn about products. Well, guys, you were able to watch Crystal do a bag to wave. No, that wasn't a complete treatment. That was just a little teaser. So if you guys want to get a complete treatment for your horse, I've got her contact information here on the screen. Now, mind you, like she says, she doesn't usually have people haul to her. She does make farm calls, and she is at the shows. So you guys get your sessions booked. I recommend, any therapies we can do on the horses every once in a while. You don't have to break your pocketbook, but I mean, it is very beneficial. And it's a lot cheaper. Preventative medicine is a lot cheaper than treating a condition.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
this is why I definitely recommend therapies. It's a preventative. Okay, so we're going to about wrap this up. So now this is part of the session where I turn the tables around and I let you ask me a question about JRs Equine Performance and Wellness.
Okay. So how long have you guys been in business?
Okay, so we actually opened our door 3 years ago in September. So September will be our 3-year anniversary. And it took us a while to get it open because we built everything. Me and Ron built it ourselves. So we actually started this project, I think in 2016 we built his first shop, and then we built the house, and then we slowly started building all this. And when we opened the doors, we actually, we're going to be a rehab facility, have people haul in, and then slowly, because I still have my day job, guys, gotta pay for it.
Absolutely.
Horses pay some of the bills, but not all.
No.
There's a reason why they say you want to make money in the horse business, start with $1 million.
Yeah.
But so we had originally had the idea of being a rehab facility, and slowly that has changed to where we still have the therapies, and we encourage people to pour here, use the therapies, for their horses. We got great rates on that, you guys. I mean, extremely great rates. But now we're going to kind of we're going to start looking more into clinics and open shows here. And so the open shows are definitely going to, you're going to be curious on, because they're going to be more for the higher end horses. And so if somebody wants to go to like a saddle club show, open show, get a ribbon, that's great. I encourage you to do that. This is going to be more of the higher end competitions, so we might even do high end points that are accumulated through the different shows in the area, and then have you compete the top people. Kind of like how Run for Million kind of down there stuff, kind of like that. But we're also going to have lots of clinics, and so we're going to start focusing really, ranch riding, reining, cutting, showmanship, Western pleasure, that kind of stuff, cowboy dressage, which, you guys, I'm trying to get the word out on cowboy dressage. Everybody thinks it's like Western dressage. It is not like Western dressage at all. In fact, if you watch a cowboy dressage pattern, and you watch a ranch riding pattern, they actually look almost exactly the same. So we are going to be having a lot of more of that coming in the future, but that requires more building. We've got to get some outdoor roof stalls in, so when we have clinics, people have places to put their horses and stuff like that. So we're not done building. Anyway, but that was a great question.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I will wrap this up. Crystal, I want to thank you for joining in and educating people.
Absolutely.
You guys, again, I've got her contact information here. Book a therapy with Crystal. Your horses are going to love you for it. I want to thank you guys for joining us this week. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.